Imagine if we invented school today. Classrooms, grades, textbooks, school as we know it, all came into being during the Industrial Revolution to help educate 19th century factory workers. But what would school be like if we invented it today? Would it be the same? Or would we change things, given everything we know now about our brains, about learning, about technology? Would we change things knowing the world we live in today and knowing what challenges and opportunities we might face tomorrow? And if we did change things, what would today's school be like? Imagine if we focused on the important things. Global research has identified 4 fundamental skills for the coming century: critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. We also know that personal values such as initiative, resilience, empathy, and awareness will be crucial. School can play an important part in modelling and encouraging the development of these skills and in shaping these values. Imagine if we cut class sizes in half. We know that kids do better in classes of 10 to 15 students. Research from around the world has told us that since the 1960s, and you can understand why. With smaller classes, teachers rely less on old-fashioned top-down teaching practices and use more modern, more flexible ways of helping kids learn. More small groups, more invaluable one-on-one time. With smaller classes, teachers can build better rapport and have a greater appreciation of the needs and interests of each student. Imagine if parents were teachers too. Parents are often recognised as the first teachers, but once school begins, they're effectively shut out of the classroom. What if parents spent a few hours each week in the classroom, not sharpening pencils and tidying up, but actively collaborating and facilitating learning experiences? What if schools helped them gain the skills necessary to do so, skills they could use at home too? This kind of support means an even better educator-to-learner ratio and gives teachers even more flexibility and more time with individual students. Studies have repeatedly shown the positive impact of parents playing this kind of meaningful role in the classroom, academically, socially, and emotionally. Imagine if we tailored school to the student. We've come to expect personalised, customised experiences in every other aspect of life, but the classroom is still a one-size-fits-all production line. We know that students get better outcomes when they have more control over their learning, and when the material reflects their personal interests and abilities. In a class of 30 kids, it's almost impossible to deliver rich personal learning experiences for every student, and as a result, teachers end up teaching to the middle. With smaller classes and the support of parents in the classroom, teachers can create a wider variety of experiences, giving students the freedom to explore and learn through content and activities they find more engaging. Imagine if we didn't rely on textbooks. What if instead we drew problems from the real world and the imagination of students? Problems they could work on as projects to encourage planning and perseverance? Problems they could work on together to foster teamwork and collaboration? Problems with solutions that have an impact outside the classroom, connecting their learning to the broader community. 21st century skills and values. Smaller classes, parent participation, student-directed project-based learning. These are just a few of the many ways we're talking about reimagining school for today. Join the conversation at Schoolhouse.